Hi, Sag. How are you? All you beautiful Sagittarians out there. I'm very excited to be back to talk to you about the month of April. This is Mary Ellen. I'm getting ahead of myself. I am here with your April 2017 Soul Tarot reading. I am using the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck developed by Caitlin Matthews. It's very profound, very beautiful. It speaks from the wisdom of my heritage, from the Celtic peoples. I am clairvoyant and clairaudient. I have the capacity to travel back and forth across the veil. And through some changes in my own life, if you're new to the channel, I took a leap of faith in the very end of 2016. And I am here. As a result, stepping onto a new life path of my own. And last month, Sag, we were talking about that very subject as it pertains to your life. There's a lot of energy here, Sag. Very interesting. So if you're new to the channel, you'll see me touching the cards. It is how I channel messages from Spirit. And there is a message for everybody this month, actually, from Spirit. I've been getting information about the nature of these readings. You know, as I said, I'm here from an internal leading, and so what Spirit is now asking me to speak to briefly is that these readings are meant to be letters, if you will, a form of correspondence between you and Spirit. And if you have found your way to this channel and you are working on being developing your own sacred path, which will of course be different for everyone, these messages, Spirit is asking, here's what I'm hearing. They are meant to go back and forth. Okay, so Spirit is going to utilize me as just one of the ways that messages are coming through now as we enter 2017, which is going to be a year of great shift and change. And certainly if we look around the world, we can see the evidence of massive upheaval, a lot of shift and change as we strive toward awakening in order to bring a place of greater love and greater compassion from which we function. That is our destiny, and we must choose it. And so Spirit is utilizing lots of people in lots of places to get these messages out. So if you feel some energy coming through the reading, if you feel that it speaks to you directly, go to Spirit and have a conversation, okay? So, jumping in. Last month you were transforming. There was a lot of sacred warriorship on the table. There was some transformation. There were some new foundations. You were standing in a place where you were utilizing and coming into, actually, because it was on the top row, you were coming into some inherited knowledge about the wisdom of the ancients and the place in which you stand as a Sagittarius with your fiery energy and how to begin to shift deeper into your nature in order to do your work here on this plane. And so this month I'm not surprised to see at the very center of your reading the dialogue of art. And interesting, I didn't think of it, but this is what Spirit has been talking to me about. It is time to have a dialogue. You are progressing. Everyone is progressing. We are moving through our sacred destiny. This is actually a picture, an illustration of Merlin and his sister. It is about the joining of male and female energy to come to a place of balance. Do you see how they are both almost communicating telepathically? And that's the message in this moment. That's the message that Spirit wants to forward to you. There is a sacred river of knowledge. When they join their energy, do you see that? In a place of love and compassion. Knowing that there is transformation because of the blue garment and the passion that we have to reach these spiritual goals. Do you see this? We are still getting messages about the eclipse of the moon and the eclipse of the sun. At the new moon, there are some videos, if you're new to the channel, I did post some messages about that. Please go and check them out. They are part of the foundation of this message that is attempting to come through this year. So, because you have a new set point, there will be a new dialogue. It will come from a very sacred place inside of you. It may be through dreams while you are sleeping. That is part of the indication here. So you are being counseled, is the word I'm getting, to have these sacred dialogues with yourself and those people with whom you feel love and trust, in order to be very honest about the spiritual reality that you are experiencing and about what your deep felt hopes and dreams are. We have to manifest by saying what we want and having those sacred dialogues. So those are the kind of things that are coming through to me while I'm showing you the card. So I'm going to move on. Let's see what's at the center. This gives the reading guidance. It sets a tone. It brings energy to the pathway that you're going to see for the month of April. Look at that. So that's what I was saying. You know, this is the courtship of battle. So you've had these battles. Last month, you remember the king of battle was standing in the center. Do you remember that? And so you've had this courtship with a certain type of battle that is causing you to step deeper onto your spiritual path. And through this courtship that may be experienced as a battle, Spirit is telling me, here's what I'm getting. This is our set point. And we are shifting away from that. And Spirit is, in this moment, lifting us up. The sword is in the ground. We are evolving and changing. This is a story about two warriors, one male and one female. They were doing battle. And there came a moment when this gentleman had an epiphany. And in that moment, he put his sword into the ground. And he rescued his opponent from being washed away. Do you see how sad she looks? What's significant about this is that in almost the same moment, he put his sword into the ground, and she allowed herself to be lifted up. She did not fight it. She's sad. She's weary about this battle. She doesn't want it anymore. And she put her hand on the ballast of the sword and pulled herself up. And when they did that, do you see in the background? Do you see that beautiful hut? Home, security, hearth, fire, warmth. Do you understand this message? This is not about doing battle. It's about coming to an end and understanding that it is time to come to a new set point. Okay? And so at the center of your reading, we have this idea. This is your task, is to go deeper into this concept this month through this dialogue of art about the sacred aspects of your heart-mind chakra. That's literally coming through to me as I'm speaking. I got interrupted. I was going to say something else. So let's see on the human level. And look, there. Spirit is saying, yep, that is the augury of knowledge. Do you see the blue garment? Look at the light emanating from this person. Okay? From their hand. Spirit is telling me to say that phrase. And with one hand, shining light, awakened, activated. And with the other hand, touching the stone of knowledge. And again, the moon. You know, Sag, if you haven't done it, please, please, pretty please, go look at those videos about the eclipses. I'm begging you. Do you see the eye, the all-knowing eye? You were activated in this way. And that is what your journey is about. And it's going to continue through 2017. This is about self-realization, self-actualization, by coming into a sacred form of knowledge that resides inside of you because you have the ability to connect. Okay? So that's what this dialogue is about. Do you see how these go together? So let's see how this progresses. Look, there's the counselor. That's what I was saying. Get some counsel, have a dialogue, get some advice. Find, this is a theme that's coming through this month, actually. There was an enormous amount of shift and change from January through the eclipses. And Spirit is now kind of telling everybody so far, take some rest, Understand your new set point. This is a new foundation. It is an augury. It is the first step of self-actualization. And in that place, you will need some guidance. You will need some counsel. If you have some trusted others, I would encourage you, based on how we see these cards coming out, to have some sacred conversations about the things that are the deepest things in your knowledge base and in your heart, and the things that you desire. What it is you want as our destiny. Because we manifest through our thoughts and through our words and through our desires. And that is the message that is coming through as I see these cards coming out. Okay? So, and look, Sag, you're just so fantastic. Okay, so enough about that. I've talked about that enough. Here is this new set point of knowledge that you gained last month. Okay? Spirit is acknowledging you. You are here now. You are to get some counsel. Take some rest. Have a sacred dialogue, because you are at a new set point. This is the foundation of battle. Okay? You see that? Look at this beautiful warrior. This, again, spiritual warriorship. We're not talking about weapons and violence and, doing battle on that level. This warrior has a new foundation, as I was talking about, but this card signifies, do you see this person standing in the background? Activated. Okay, do you see there's no weapon? There's a staff. There is a shield. There is passion. Spirit is telling you, we would like your power through your passion, through your fire, through your ability to be a warrior, a sacred warrior. This spear indicates power. It is not about fighting. Okay? I'm feeling pushed to reiterate that message, just in case, because of the way the world is. This is about a rite of passage, and you are being accompanied. That is the message in this last card on your human journey this month. Okay? So, you are accompanied by the counselor. You are accompanied through this dialogue of art, and Spirit is pulling you up. There is another step. Clearly, a rite of passage is happening for you this month. And so your journey continues. I don't expect to see any major tasks for you. I think Spirit is going to just talk with you about the deepening of your journey home. I'm being pushed to say the word home. Coming home is a process. It is a process, and you are going through it. You are in the middle of a process. So let's see what the bridge is, okay, to the spirit realm. Look at that. Another dialogue. A dialogue of battle, sacred battle. And look, Spirit is telling you, you are reaching the pinnacle. You are taking the steps you need to take because you came through last month and you have a new set point. You have been activated because of the eclipse of the moon and the eclipse of the sun that came at the new moon. Actually, at the new moon. Go look at those videos, please. Okay? So, this card, pretty clear what's happening here, right? The dialogue you are having, this dialogue of art, because it comes in this line. Do you see this? Okay? The dialogue of art is a dialogue that you are having with Spirit. I need a wider angle camera. So do you see this came first? Okay? And lying across in the same line we have this. What is significant about this card is this, right here. Do you see that? Hand in hand with Spirit. Touching the divine. Because of the new set point. Because you are at this augury. Okay? You are touching the divine. You are walking up the pinnacle, and you are very happy. And that's you, Sag. Look at the fiery red hair. Okay? See the crimson cloak and the green garment? You have new life. That is new life. Growth, change, greenery in this very exalted place. Okay? So, a lot of shift and change. Again, I just want to reiterate, that is why you were being asked. There's quiet, there's activity here, but it's a new set point, okay, where you need to have some dialogue in all of these ways. And look, more acknowledgement about your warriorship. Do you see this warrior? See the sun coming up in the background again? The eclipse, the fiery ring of fire eclipse that happened on the 27th of February. Go check it out. Fiery red hair, that's you, Sag, without a doubt. In the first card in this line of your spiritual adventure this month, this young warrior is extremely valiant, very ethical, has the power to manifest what is needed. Do you understand that message? You see the image? And providing for the collective, providing for the tribe, for the clan, able to go out and hunt and to bring forth what is needed in a very ethical, very strong, very youthful way. Okay? Let's see what is here. Look. So this entire message so far is about conversation and joining. All right, so this is the number 3 card. It is about the beginning, development phase of a new structure. Okay, and that is coming over and over. You have a lot of 2 and 3 cards in this reading. A new set point, a new foundation, a rite of passage. This card's been coming up a lot. It's very interesting, the themes that Spirit decides to speak to. This, do you see this? This is, in a broad brush way, this is about malfeasance being gathered up and encapsulated into a bag by the joining of the love of these 2 people. New growth, passion. Okay? Male and female energy coming together. That is the story behind this card. This couple was betrothed, and there was someone who was attempting to interfere. And rather than battle, rather than, a lot of swords and knives and spears, they used their wits, okay? Art. A courtship of art, the artful way to deal with the battles that are happening here on the earth so that we can bring an end to this violence that is plaguing us over our history, okay? As we develop, as we go back and forth across the veil through many lifetimes, this is the destination now. We are coming to a place where we can encapsulate these things if we join our energies in a courtship with the art of doing battle in a new way from our heart mind chakra. Okay? Let's see what is here. Look, there's, okay. Yep. This message is being reiterated in a lot of different ways, and usually that means Spirit just wants it to be really clear. This is the judgment of battle. This is about a young warrior who prevailed in a battle by killing the sacred hound, okay, of the enemy. Do you see this young warrior stands victorious? And again, I just love when the readings bring the colors that really are identifying with your fiery nature. There's a lot of that here in this reading. So again, we see this young man, this fiery young man, having done a battle, and now he is at rest, and he is taking the time to think and to consider and to have judgment about where he has been in order to make the right decision about how to go forward. That is the story behind this card. And you see how he's tattered, his clothes are tattered. He's been through a lot, as we have here on this planet. And we are going to continue to see that. It's going to take time for this to resolve, and Spirit is providing us with messages that show us the pathway and remind us where we've been, where we are going, and the things that we need to care for ourselves as we go forward and as we develop. You clearly have a new foundation. You have been through a rite of passage last month. That's why this is here this way. You are being acknowledged, okay? So let's see what the outcome is here. Oh, look. Beautiful. The Renewer. So the outcome of your reading this month is a Major Arcana card. It is about renewal. It is about shift and change with spirit. That is the sacred cauldron out of which life comes, renewal, regeneration. Do you understand? Hanging in the universe. The triple mother there, the bringer of all life. That is the outcome. That is where you are traveling. And if you remember last month, you had a lot of royalty, so to speak, on the table, indicating power, indicating the place in which your power is traveling. And now you are going deeper. There's a different kind of energy here today, Sag. It is an energy that has some hush to it. Just some quiet. Do you see this? Sitting over the top of the reading, very quiet. Mystery, deep in the universe, okay? That is why this is sitting over the top. Spirit is asking you to have quiet, to go deep inside, having had this shift and change with this new set point that you now possess. Okay? You are in touch with the divine. Across the divide, you have the capacity to be in touch that way through your own heart-mind chakra. That's what this is about. Having this sacred dialogue, okay? Having been pulled up out of this place where we have been on this planet, having courtship with battle. And Spirit is telling us in every way that time is over. It is time to come away from that place. And if you have the time and you have the curiosity, go and look at the readings for some of the other signs. It's fascinating to me to see the themes that are developing and the ways that Spirit is encouraging everyone to take the gifts that they have been given. Because of their nature, because of their energetic set point, you are being guided to develop in a very specific way. Because your vibration is needed very much to bring forth this change. And that is why we are having these messages about the collective and about what you need to do, what each, folks in each category, if you will, astrological category. So I'm going to pick a room, okay? Ask Spirit to please give us a little more information about this. I think the message is pretty clear, but I would like to just see what else Spirit would like to bring through in this moment for Sagittarius for the month of April 2017. Spirit, are there any other messages? Is there any other guidance that you would like to forward to all the beautiful Sagittarians here on the planet? Okay, you see that? That's beautiful, Sag. That's the rune of growth. Okay, new growth. That's the outcome right there. So I'm going to read from the book for you. Okay, just give me a minute to find the right page, and I will read you the message. Okay, actually, this is growth, but this is about rebirth. Okay? Rebirth. This is another of the cycle runes. It represents a form of fertility that fosters growth, both symbolically and actually. Okay? The growth may occur in affairs of the world, affairs of the family matters, the relationship of the self to the self, and primarily the self to the divine. That's what this message has been confirmed now, okay? This rune leads to blossoming and ripening. It is concerned with the flow of beings into their new forms. Now I'm just going to cry because that is what this is about. Spirit is telling you, you've come across, and now it's time to flow into your new set point. In action, this rune is gentle. It is penetrating and pervasive. What is called for is to consider your issues with care and awareness. First disperse resistance and then accomplish the work. For this to happen, your will must be clear and controlled, and your motives must be correct. Any dark corners should be cleansed. Do you see that? Okay? This must be carried out diligently, and sometimes with expert help. Do you just love the way Spirit speaks through these cards and through these runes? It always blows my mind. Okay? Counsel. Take counsel. Modesty, patience, fairness, and generosity are called for here. Once resistance is dispersed and rectification carried out and seen to hold firm, then through steadfastness and right attitude, the blossoming can occur. Okay, Sag, if you have any questions, let me know. My email is on the bottom of the description for the video. If you'd like a personal reading, send me a message. It may be a day or two. My beautiful mom is turning 87 this month, and I'm going away next week to be with her. And there are lots of changes. I'm gonna have some surprises. Lots of changes coming up for me as I step deeper into my own journey. But I just feel so honored to be here with you. And I want to send you my love and my thanks for the incredible work that you are doing. You are really, really stepping in a way that is profound. And this is incredibly beautiful. So you know what? I'm going to leave you with that as we close out the reading. I'm just going to leave you with this image. Okay, Sag? I'm sending you lots of love. I'm looking forward to seeing you next month and finding out what the continuation of your journey is going to be about. Have a wonderful April. Thank you, Sag.